officer, 18 years. Every shift away to what appears. Simple from the outside, which is just the keeping of the order, but the trust required to do it humanely costs something that the paycheck never hosts. A conversation about father came home every evening, quieted at the bone. Deep exhaustion of a man who carried other people's worst days to harry. Look at someone choosing daily how to treat the dignity of mainly people at their lowest. Said he never let the uniform decide. He'd rather be remembered by the ones inside as someone who saw them past the crime. As organ plays for 18 years of shifts. Every officer, every gift, and cost of the position. Father, show me that the choosing of the Father road, which is the humane one inside a system built for punishing beside a population easy to dismiss. Father never let the system be his. Retired at 50 for the card they gave him, signed by 40 inmates at the saving. Others' reputation was the moment, reading all the names, each one a component. Other years of choosing right when easy would have been the other way, said queasy. Feeling reading them because he never thought they noticed it, they always clever. Father sat at kitchen table reading. Every name said, son, the leading of a life requires the daily choosing of the harder thing, and mainly nobody will tell you when you're doing it correctly, just the slowly accruing of the evidence. Said 40 names on the retirement card, that's the same. Organ plays for 18 years of shifts. Every officer, every gift, and cost of the position. Father showed me that the choosing of the Father road, which is the humane one inside a system built for punishing beside a population easy to dismiss. Father never let the system be his. Card is framed above the fireplace. 40 names. 40 names. Father reads them sometimes. Says he wonders where they are. Says he hopes to better. 18 years. Every shift of choice. 40 names. That's the whole career. Right there. 40 names. Yeah. Trinidad, carnival costume maker, 40 years. Every sequin, every feather, every phase of the deadline, February, always. Coming faster than the budget, always. All the workshop filled with women sewing. Through the night, the music always flowing. From the radio to conversation, never stopping every generation. Yeah, granddaughter 8 years old would sit beside her, handing pins and watching every spider. Weber beadwork taking shape, said grandma. How do you know where everything is gonna land? She said, child, I don't know yet. Just start somewhere in the costume let you know. And X said, trust in something, in the material to make it running. Steel pan plays for carnival workshop. Every woman, every non-stop. Night of February, so in tour. The morning when the band takes to the road. Grandma at the center, always making something from the nothing, always taking scraps of fabric, scraps of vision into something worth the final decision. Granddaughter fashion, designer London. Said every collection I am running. Back to grandma's workshop in my thinking. Said it's starting somewhere and the linking of each piece to what comes next, the process. She described with pins beside her goddess. Level patience is the only method that has ever worked for me. She said it in a view in Vogue last spring. The question, what's your process? She said no suggestion come from anyone sophisticated. Just my grandmother who demonstrated that you starting in the work tells you what the next thing goes. Said that compels you forward into something worth the finishing. Said grandma called and said the glisten still playing plays for carnival workshop. Every woman, every non-stop. Night of February, so in tour. The morning when the band takes to the road. Grandma at the center, always making something from the nothing, always taking scraps of fabric, scraps of vision into something worth the final decision. Yeah. Grandma called after the Vogue interview. Said, child, you mentioned my pins. Said, grandma, you taught me everything. She said, I just handed you pins. Said, grandma, that was everything. 40 years of carnival into one London collection. Same pins, different fabric, same trust in the making. Pediatric nurse, 24 years to ward. Every child, every family, every word chosen carefully because the parents sitting in those chairs, the inherence of the fear requires someone honest, but not cold. The balance is the promise made the first day of the training, which was truth delivered with the rich. Yeah, texture of the human in the middle. Every diagnosis, every riddle of the prognosis wrapped in something warm enough to hold. Said nursing's nothing if it isn't present, said the mentor. First year of the job, the center of the work is not the clinical. It's being there, the pinnacle. Acoustic guitar plays for children's wards. Every nurse, every rewards. And cost of choosing this the daily witness to the worst and the amazing. Recovery's the full range of living in one floor, one shift. The giving of yourself completely to the moment. Every family, every component. Yeah. Family call from Texas, said their daughter 20 years ago to water breaking early. NICU, the smallest baby she had ever seen, the tallest fear they'd ever felt. The nurse named Claire had held a hand through every scare. Said we named our daughter after her. Said Claire still works the ward. Said we were hoping she still did work coming back. Said the daughter wants to see the track where she started. Said she's 20 now. Studying, the nurse said, show me how. You did declare, said what she told him, which was one shift at a time. I hold them all, but never all at once. It's the present. Family is the only lesson. Acoustic guitar plays for children's wars. Yeah. Every nurse, every rewards. And cost of choosing this the daily witness to the worst and the amazing. Recovery's the full range living in one floor, one shift. The giving of yourself completely to the moment. Every family, every component. Yeah, Claire met them last spring. The daughter who carries her name, 20 years old, nursing student. Said, Miss Claire, I wanna do what you do. Claire said, one shift at a time. Same answer she gave the parents 20 years earlier. Daughter named Claire, becoming Claire, one shift at a time. Medical school rejection, fourth attempt. Every letter said the same. The contempt was never in the words, just in the pattern of the no arriving every Saturn. Return of application season. Father pharmacist said, give me reason to believe the fifth will be the different. When I listed everything, the efficient. We're taking in the scores, the extra research. Experience the volunteer in search for anything that strengthen the application. Father listened and says, son, the station. You are standing to require something. Past the scores, he said the one thing missing is the story of the why. Said, son, I watched you for 4 years try. Sit top place for father pharmacist. Every prescription, every specialist. He referred across 20 years of practice. Said, son, I see the patience and the tactics of the caring in your eyes when you assist. Me on weekends said the why exists. Already in you, just the telling of it clearly. Say the story dwelling. Fifth application essay different. Wrote about the Saturday, be efficient. Dispensing of the medication, watching fathers face the patient education. He provided every single customer, not just the pills, but I said the wonder of the watching him do that for 20 years was why I wanted medicine. Said tears in the interview when they asked the reason. Father in the waiting room that season of my childhood every Saturday. Said the panel quiet, been okay. We read 100 why I wanna be a doctor. Essay said yours is the free of the performance. Said it's just a Saturday in a pharmacy. The future sits our place for father pharmacist. Every prescription, every specialist. He referred across 20 years of practice. Said, son, I see the patience and the tactics of the caring in your eyes when you assist. Me on weekends said the why exists. Already in you, just a telling of it clearly. Said the story dwelling. Father came to the white coat ceremony. 20 years of Saturdays, like this one Friday. Said, son, I always knew. Said, Papa, why didn't you tell me? Said you needed to find it yourself. Said the fifth application was the first one that was actually you. 4 rejections, one true answer, worth every no. Yeah. Architect firm. Yeah. Architect firm, junior level, 7 years. Every design submitted, every fear. So the senior partner who would never passed a single concept, said whatever. I submit, comes back with red pen bleeding. Every margin marked the slow conceding. And my confidence until the Tuesday meeting, where he handed back the blueprint. Said nothing, just a red pen in the silence. I looked down expecting the defiance of my vision, circle crossed and noted. Instead just one word written, and he quoted. Nothing, just a word which was approved. Said nothing else, just left the room. He moved on to the next agenda. I sat holding the first blueprint in 7 years, unfolding into something built. I walked outside the office to the street and tried to understand what 7 years of patience purchased, which was this one word, the stations. Piano plays for 7-year approval. Every junior architect, the removal of the doubt requires just one moment, when the thing you built becomes a component of the actual world, not just the paper. 7 years of red pen, now the shaper of the discipline that made the building possible. The patience and the gilding, building opens next spring, I will stand outside it on the pavement in the hand. Held the pen that Rover proved that Tuesday will have shake the thing before me Sunday. Said the senior partner at the top, and our ceremony never stopping. Surprising me, said, son, the 7 years of red pen was the point, he said, appears obvious now, said, I was teaching you to stand, I'm not rejecting you. The through line of the red pen was the line between good enough and what the city seen, and everything we're building. Said, I knew from year 2 that you had it, said, I threw the hardest feedback at the ones worth keeping, said the ones that stayed through 7 years of reading. In place for 7-year approval. Every junior architect, the removal of the doubt requires just one moment, when the thing you built becomes a component of the actual world, not just the paper. 7 years of red pen, now the shaper of the discipline that made the building possible, the patience and the gilding. Building opens next spring. Senior partner retired last month. Send me one thing, his red pen. No note, didn't need one. 7 years of red ink, one word approved, one pen, everything was said. Yeah. 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 60 years of marriage anniversary. Father asked me, son, what is the mystery of staying? I said, Dad, I don't know yet. He said, sit down, son, you haven't even met the version of yourself that marriage builds. Over decades said the love that fills the early years is not the love that carries you through everything that ordinary life delivers. Said the choosing daily of the person, even when afraid. Human parts of them are showing clearly that is love, said Dad, explaining nearly. Father said the morning your mother couldn't remember my name, I'd rather have been anywhere on earth but there. Said I held her hand and said, I'm here. She said, who are you? I said, her husband. Said her face went somewhere soft and wasn't afraid anymore, just settled, said, okay, that's enough, that's what love is every day. Rosa Pino plays for 60 years. Every morning, every night, the years compressed into the hand that holds regardless. Every season, every storm, regardless. Father showed me what the word means actually. Not the feeling, but the factually. Chosen act of staying in the room, even when the room has lost the bloom. Mother passed on a Thursday, father called. Said she went quietly, said nothing stalled. A struggle just to breathe and then nothing. Said I was holding her hand, said something changed in the room when she left it. Said, son, I felt it. Said he kept it together for the call. Then said I called tomorrow. Said, Dad, I'm coming. He said, son, the sorrow. He's a night alone sometimes, he said. I've been beside her 60 years instead of alone tonight, I need to learn it. Said, Dad, that's the bravest thing I've heard it. Said in any conversation yet. Father said, son, don't give me credit yet. Wait till morning, see if I'm still standing. Said morning came, I called, he said, the landing. Road ain't no place for 60 years. Every morning, every night, the years compressed into the hand that holds regardless. Every season, every storm, regardless. Father showed me what the word means actually. Not the feeling, but the factually. Chosen act of staying in the room, even when the room has lost the bloom. next morning. He answered second ring. Said, son, I'm still standing. Said, Dad, I know. He said, how? Said, because you always are. 60 years of choosing doesn't stop at 60. Still choosing, even now, especially now. Yeah. Marathon disciples, seas de Sahara. Every step they heat the terror of the desert, testing something deeper than the fitness. Every sleeper, sell a comfort stripped away by miles. 40 of the first day, every vow. Thought about the quicken surfacing together, blisters forming in the leather. Tent made Kofi gonna run a first time. Said nothing first, 2 evenings every rhyme of encouragement I tried fell hollow. Third night Kofi said tomorrow will be harder than today. I said I know. He said good sleep instead of planning how to handle it, just rest. Said the desert takes care of the test. Violin plays for Sahara 10 nights. Kofi saying nothing, all the right things by saying what was true instead of comfortable. Said tomorrow harder. Said go to sleep. Said the desert takes the test from you if you let it. Said the rest is just a moving when the morning comes. Kofi ran 6 marathons. Said some days, the only wisdom is the sleeping. Every ultra runner, every keeping of the pace requires the recovery. The night before said the discovery of your actual limit isn't found on day 1, it's somewhere on the ground of day 4 when the body is forgotten. What comfortable felt like said the rotten feeling passes. Every ultra run knows the storm before the final summer. They get running, said Kofi crossed the line beside me day 6. Said son, this is fine. Now he said I know. He said you'll be back. Said Kofi I don't know. He said the track leads back here always for the ones who finish. Said that Sahara doesn't demand in place for Sahara 10 nights. Kofi saying nothing, all the right things by saying what was true instead of comfortable. Said tomorrow harder. Said go to sleep. Said the desert takes the test from you if you let it. Said the rest is just a moving when the morning comes. Kofi ran 6 marathons. Said song crossed the line day 6 with Kofi. Said nothing for 10 minutes, just sat in the sand. Kofi said, well, I said, well. He said, same time next year. I said, absolutely not, we're both registered for next year. Kofi knew, the desert always knew before we yeah. Yeah. High school dropout, working double shifts. Every morning 4 a.m. the gifts of exhaustion worn like armor, nobody. Asking questions when the body speaks that language of the overworked. Every supervisor, every quirk. Eyebrow at the youngest on the floor. Said, son, what are you doing here, what for? Warehouse manager named Thomas stopped me. Wednesday says, son, something's clearly driving you beyond the average showing. I told him everything, the owing of the family debt, the father's medical, the mother working to the categorical, refusal to accept the situation. Thomas said, son, I have a foundation. Jazz piano plays for Thomas Wednesday. Everything he did that changed the pathway. Not with money, just with information. Said there's a program, night school education, paid by the warehouse for the workers. Thomas was the first of all the seekers who had seen me not as labor only. Saw the person working, said you're lonely. Yeah. 3 years night school, Thomas checking monthly. Said, son, how's the coursework? Never bluntly asking, just the quiet accountability of someone watching with the full ability to look away but choosing not to. Engineering degree that got to. Moment when I walked across the stage and Thomas in the crowd, the aging warehouse manager who stopped me Wednesday. Said, son, I have a program one day. Became this day, Thomas never knowing that the stopping was the seed worth sowing. Said, I just saw someone working harder than the job required. Said, son, the father, you go past what's required is where the interesting people live right there. Jazz piano plays for Thomas Wednesday. Everything he did that changed the pathway. Not with money, just with information. Said there's a program, night school education, paid by the warehouse for the workers. Thomas was the first of all the seekers who had seen me not as labor only. Saw the person working, said you're lonely. Thomas, yeah, Thomas retired. Same year I graduated. Sent him the degree photo. He sent back one line. Said, I just stopped you on a Wednesday. You did everything else. Still the most important Wednesday of my life. You'll never know that. Or maybe he does. Special education teacher, 31 years. Every student, every classroom fears. Dissolved by someone patient, enough waiting for the breakthrough that they're calculating. Word had written off before it happened. Every IEP, the blackened page of limitation, someone authored before the child arrived, the slaughter. Expectation, the most dangerous weapon. In the school said never let the beckon future of a child be written only by the past performance. Said the lonely kid in the corner isn't done yet. Just hasn't found the door. Said I won't forget the ones who told me I was wasting time on certain students. Said the tasting piano plays for 31 years, staying in the room with every child displaying something the curriculum couldn't capture. Every breakthrough, every after school session, every parent meeting where she said your child is not retreating from potential, just approaching differently, said the coaching. Student named David 20 years ago, nonverbal at 7, said the slow progress of the first 2 years. Then suddenly the reading came, said it was just abundantly clear one morning that the work had landed. Somewhere in him quietly she handed him a book above his grade, he read it. Every page she said beside him said it. Nothing, just let the reading happen. Said the breakthrough doesn't need the clapping, just a witness, said David now. Was 31 himself, said somehow found him on the internet, said I need to tell you something, said the seed. You plan on reading that first book beside me 30 years ago, still grows inside me. Piano plays for 31 years, staying in the room with every child displaying something the curriculum couldn't capture. Every breakthrough, every after school session, every parent meeting where she said your child is not retreating from on potential, just approaching. Differently said the coaching. David called last spring, said he's a teacher now. Special education, said I learned from watching you. The breakthrough always comes if you stay in the room. 31 years she stayed, David stayed. Same room, different children, same patience, always the same patience. Yeah. Appalachian Hollow 96. Single father, 3 daughters in the mix of poverty and pride and making dinner every night from what was left of winter. Oh, the calculation was a welfare. Needed most that evening, father never ate until the last plate emptied always. Said he wasn't hungry, same old hallways. Oldest daughter, 12 years old, saw through it. Every evening watched him do it. Said, Papa, you're hungry? She said nothing. He said, I'm fine. She said, the bluffing. Stops tonight, she put a plate aside. Before the others came, said, Papa, pride is different from the hungry you can have. Both she was 12 years old, the South. Mandolin plays for Appalachian dinners. Father eating last, the winner of the year that changed because a daughter, 12 years old, decided that the slaughter of his own hunger for the children needed one person to rebuild it. Name it for what it was, she named it. 12 years old and nobody claimed it. 3 daughters now with families of their own. Father 70 living alone. Each one calls on different nights. The rotating schedule covering every day, creating something that resembles the same table. Every evening, father always able to talk to one of them. Said recently he noticed that the calls come decently spread across the week. He asked the oldest if it was arranged. She said the boldest answer, which was yes. She said we scheduled it together. Said Papa, to reckon account of every dinner you sat hungry, so we wouldn't be sad we're not hungry. Now when you taught us what the table means, we're just returning it. She said the scenes. Mandolin plays for Appalachian dinners. Father eating last, the winner of the year that changed because a daughter, 12 years old, decided that the slaughter of his own hunger for the children needed one person to rebuild it. Name it for what it was, she named it. 12 years old and nobody claimed it. Father called me after that conversation. Said, son, she remembered. Said, Dad, of course she did. 12 years old, watching you eat last every night. The older scheduled the calls. Same instinct, different table. She's been feeding you since she was 12. Just differently now, always will.